Hello Virgo, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. This week we're going to focus on purpose, pathway, prosperity principles, yeah? So, just a heads up, when we're talking about pathways, career stuff, okay, it can get very, very specific, which means a lot of people either rejoice because they can see themselves in it and they're like, that's totally me, or the exact opposite is true, that's not me at all. It tends to be one or the other. Again, perfectly normal. So like always, if it does not resonate with you at all, please check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere, okay? What is going on, please, for Virgo? Career, pathways, prosperity principles, abundance, work, job, stability, changes. What's going on, please? Show me that. Pathways, purpose for Virgo. Pathways and purpose, please, for Virgo. Okay. Yoga. Oh, look at that. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So it's not just literally yoga. It's anything to do with exercising, that kind of thing. You exercise your body. So for some of you, you might be yoga teachers or health instructors, or I don't know, perhaps you lead running teams or sports teams, or you're part of a team, anything that allows you to really exercise. So that's coming up. So that's either a paid gig for you, or a really intense hobby. Because sometimes, you know, even if we're not paid for something, it can be so ingrained as part of our daily life that it comes up as, hey, this is important. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? What's going on, please? Anything else? And it helps put you in alignment. Okay. What else, please? Oh. Creative expression. Okay. Protected. Oh, very good. Okay. I can see why some of you keep yourselves busy or physically active, healthy, because it seems to enhance your career. It helps you. Your sense of physical discipline and or exercise in some way lends to your career objective, which for some of you it's in the creative arts, okay? And it helps keep your mind mentally flexible and emotionally flexible to create art. And for others of you, it's because it helps you keep in shape for your job or your career, which is in some way about the protection. So you are safe and supported while you change your career, but this is coming in the form of protection. Some of you, this is your job. Perhaps you are in service. You know what I'm saying? Police, fire services, emergency services, and then also military. So that would explain then the emphasis on physical care, because the more that you put into yourself, the more you're able to put it back into your job function. And that's no different. And for some of you, exercise is your form of expression, you know, kind of letting the steam out. Makes sense. That's how I view exercise too. And it helps lend to my own particular creative expression. By disciplining the body, we allow ourselves to create in other ways. You know what I mean? So it's a good way to exercise self-discipline and allowing for other areas of your life to enhance it via stamina or a strong body or stronger will. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see what you're up to. Show me more, please. And some of you, yes, you are thinking about transitioning in your career. Just please know that you are protected at this time. And you are seeking more to things like a spiritual enhancement in order to understand that. So, the High Priestess, okay, use your intuition, of course, and judgment, okay? Know that there are options before you, and it is at your leisure to choose, okay? But use your feeling around this. Use your sense of feeling around this. Something speaks to you. Something is speaking to you. For some of you, it's creative. For others of you, it's in protective fields, legal fields, as we've discussed. But as you kind of quiet and calm your mind through yoga practices or, again, exercise, physical discipline, honey, you could be in a very hardcore HIIT program, okay, and you would still get that sense of empowerment of the self and really get in tune with the self the more you get in tune with your physical body. Absolutely. So it's not just yoga, guys. Okay. Let's see here. Is there anything else? No, we'll save those later. All right. Let's dig into some tarot, please, for Virgo. Show me Virgo, please. Careers, possibilities, pathways, purposes, prosperity, work. Where is Virgo's energy, time, energy, and effort? Best served. Show me where it is best served, please. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, the devil. fear, the fear to change, the Tower, the Hierophant. That's a lot of spiritual energy, my friend. Well, if you have Taurus in your chart and none of this resonates with you, check theirs out because it was fantastic. I haven't done Capricorns yet, so I don't know. Nine of Cups, the Devil, the Tower, the Hierophant. It's almost like you're telling yourself be happy with what you have because you should be afraid to change. Of course, I'm going to strongly disagree with that. It's about what you are spiritually aligned with. So you have options before you, and that would also explain why they emphasize protection. No matter what you choose to do, you are protected. You will be okay, in other words. But do know that the decision to change is with you. That is entirely up to you. Especially, there's such a large degree of field work in between, say, creative expression and protection. That's quite the polar opposite, you know? So some of you might be thinking of making very dramatic changes. You know, I've always done this, and what I want to do looks completely different from where I came from. Unlike Taurus, who showed me minor transitional changes from one occupation to the other, the same skill set applied. You're like, one skill set looks nothing like the other skill set. For some of you, and that might be terrifying. I could absolutely see that. So again, you need to listen to your spiritual self, your higher self, such as the Hierophant and the High Priestess. I like that you pulled both. So that is indeed a lot of spiritual protection, provided one thing: you listen to yourself, not your fears. The Devil is not your spiritual self. That's the one who's like, don't change, Virgo. Many catastrophic things could happen if you do. And that withholds us from our best selves, from really reaching our best selves and evolving into our higher selves. So this is interesting. Let's get cracking. Show me that Nine of Cups. I want to see what it is that you understand your wish fulfillment is, because your Devil's telling you to stick to it, whatever it is. Show me that Nine of Cups, please. Show me that Nine of Cups, please. Show me that Nine of Cups. Show me that Nine of Cups. Show me that Nine of Cups, please. Show me that Nine of Cups. Oh. Show me that Nine of Cups, please. Eight of Wands, communication. Seven of Swords, self-doubt, the Sun. You know, you're telling people you're super happy, but you don't quite believe it. And it's not an accusation, it's not a judgment, that's your fear talking. Seven of Swords is just a very minor variation of fear. I can't really say what I'm thinking or feeling because I'm not comfortable with it yet. So we kind of lie to ourselves and others. You're telling me, you're telling yourself, and you might even be telling other people, I'm happy, this is great. You know, I'm currently wish fulfilling. I'm wish fulfilling so hard right now. I don't know what your current role is. It could be one of these things we've discussed, or this is the representation of some of the things that you want to get into. Regardless, you're telling me I'm totes happy with what I'm doing right now. It's everything I've ever wanted. Seven of Swords. Yep, totally happy. So that's otherwise positive energy. So I believe that whatever it is your current job, career is, it once upon a time really did make you happy, or at least you understood, honestly, that it did. And at some point that Seven of Swords started to creep in. Actually, maybe not. In some way, it provided a level of wish fulfillment to you, be it stability, coin, or a sense of personal fulfillment. Nine of Cups is typically personal fulfillment and career. And if we feel really happy about it, well, that's great. But the thing is, Seven of Swords, I know you're telling people and yourself that you're happy, but not quite. Not quite. Let's see what that Devil's telling you not to change for. Devil in the Tower. Be afraid to change. That's what that means. Show me that Devil, please. Show me that Devil, please. Show me that Devil. Show me the Devil. Show me that Devil, please. Show me that Devil. You know, there's only so many and that's coming from me, honey. I've practiced yoga professionally for years. I mean, there's only so many you can do when you're working through something. Eventually, you know, the spiritual aspect has to be allowed to take over, or it's for nothing. So really listen to yourself when you're in your spiritual practices. Listen to your intuition. Look at the opportunities realistically that you have before you. Okay, they either evoke a sense of hope and optimism, or fear and lack of opportunity. The Knights of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Your sense of what makes you happy has been slowly evolving and changing, but the Devil's kind of like, don't pay attention to that. You're still fulfilled back here. So yeah, I called it, man. I fucking called it. Rewind that shit. I said, once upon a time, whatever it is you're currently in gave you a personal sense of fulfillment and satisfaction, but it doesn't anymore. But you're still in it. You actually desire very strongly something new, a new source of inspiration, and a new way to fulfill yourself on a more personal level in terms of purposes and pathways. Here's a new purpose and or pathway right here, and it's actually exciting, and it's bright, and it's shiny. This is where you would actually like to proceed. But the devil's like, no, 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 no. You're still happy over here with this other Nine of Cups. Don't forget it. Let's see that Tower, please. It would require change, and it would require active change on your part for some of you to acquire that new opportunity. Show me that Tower, please. Show me that Tower, please. Show me that Tower, please. Do you know I'm surprised the Earth signs haven't been showing me more money? Taurus' sense of accomplishment, not surprised, especially if it had far-reaching abundance attached to it. But still, I'm surprised you guys haven't shown me more Pentacles. Ten of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups. It's been really hard for you to open your heart towards this. It's kind of like saying it would be a whole other form of happiness, and I don't dare accept that because I understood this back here made me happy, and that can't change. Yes, it can. Feelings change. And I don't know what it is. It's like, it's almost like you're telling me no backsies. Why? Why can't you go back and say this other thing now I want to do and explore? Why? Because that would explain the completely different decision making I'm seeing up here. And yoga, you're trying to align your spiritual self to understand this. Like, however long ago you chose one particular profession and you're like, this is it forever. And you didn't choose the other one. And now here we are. Crossroads, bridges, we crossed that bridge, now we're here again, and now you're kind of like, I want to go back and explore that, and you're like, nope, that's not the decision you made 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, Virgo, so no, we can't change. Why? Who says? Why? One would clearly make you happier, but you would actually have to open your heart towards it as a viable option in order for you to stop being afraid of it. I mean, you have something before you that says, man, this could be kicking. This could be the next greatest thing since sliced bread. For some of you, yes. I know I'm going to get this question in comments. I can feel it in the energetic background, which means if you're watching this, that means you can too. Can this apply to your love life? The answer is yes. Okay? Some of you don't work at all and you're watching this anyway. Or you're already sitting pretty like Taurus is. And this is resonating with you very, very differently. I understand. I'm over here sitting that, and I feel it too. So to answer your question, could it be a factor of your love life? The answer is yes. But again, that's not what I'm doing today. All right. So, but I'm going to get that question out of the way because I know I'm going to get it in comments. The answer is yes. So again, take it as it resonates. Basic principles. Now, going back to career, it's almost like you had a choice between profession A and profession B 10, 20 years ago. And you're like, that's the thing. It's going to carry me into forever. That's not true. You've had a change of heart. You've had a change of inclination. You've had a change of intuition. That sense of fulfillment has since changed. Okay? And now you want to go back and explore the other thing that you didn't choose 10, 15, 20 years ago. Again, this is really heavily applying to love life for some of you. That's really frustrating. Stop crossing the wires. I don't have any conflict of interest, honey. I don't have any Virgo in my chart. Okay. Ten of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups. Yeah, no, open your heart to change, and then that emotional expanse will come to you. And again, that fear will go away. You know? It's not a bad thing, Virgo, to go back and change your mind. It's not a bad thing to more importantly, realize that you're human and that your heart's changing too. You have a change of heart as much as you can have a change of mind. You know? Just know that you're protected. If you stay, that's fine. You may not be as satisfied or fulfilled as much as you're telling yourself, but I think you'll be reasonably happy. But if you choose to change, there's something so beautiful for you where the question will never come up. There will be no Seven of Swords attached to that. Let's see that Hierophant. Show me the Hierophant. He ultimately decides what the hell's going on. He's not the fastest of the deciders, but, you know, once he makes up his mind, he's that permission element. Yes or no? Let's see that Hierophant, please. Show me the Hierophant. You might be a double, triple, quad. Yeah, Judgment is in reverse. Some of you have known about this and you treat it like a non-decision, or it's been a non-decision for you. Like, I won't, it's not an option. It's not a decision. It's a calling, honey. Yeah, it is. It's a calling. A calling is a calling is a calling. Anyway, back to my point. Some of you might be triple, quad earth signs where you got a little bit of everything. You got Capricorn, you got Taurus. That's a lot of earth. Oh my goodness. Hierophant, Death, Five of Cups, the Seven of Wands, you know. Disappointment. Once you make the decision, I see you defending it, so that's good. All I know is that decision you make, you say the regret for not having made a particular choice 10, 15, 20 years ago, that will be appeased. That regret will go away. That sense of sadness that I didn't choose this particular career field however long ago, that will go away once you've made your decision. But it is a decision with the Hierophant that you absolutely, exclusively have to own, yes or no. And I know it seems so terribly black and white, but that's the energy I'm seeing here. I just know that that tension will go away once the decision is made, but not just made, I mean upheld. In other words, it's coming from the best place within you, using your High Priestess, using your sense of judgment. I know you're like, no, there is no decision here. Yes, there is. It's a calling. Using your Hierophant. The Hierophant and the High Priestess are each other's mutual counterparts. It's a sense of spiritual self from within and then outside. You know, eventually whatever it is you choose and you stand up for and you defend it with the Seven of Wands, that regret of the past will go away. It will. Okay? When you understand that you have a right to change your heart as much as you do your mind, and that there's more than one opportunity available to you in this life. Sometimes it is creative, sometimes it's protective, sometimes there's a whole... It may not make sense to anyone else, but it made sense to you. Yeah, it is comparing apples and oranges. You literally have a case here of apple and oranges for some reason, and that stresses you out. I have one thing that I agreed to, and I chose the orange. There you go. Let's say you chose the orange. Okay? Some of you hate citrus. Why did I just hear that? So don't say that they don't like citrus. What the hell? Why did I just hear that? They don't like citrus. Something like that. Okay, so I'm still going with it. I'm still going. I'm not backpedaling. I'm not doing it. So let's say you chose that orange, that profession, that vocation 10, 15, 20 years ago. That's it. I'm choosing the orange. I had the apple. The apple looked good, but I'm going with the orange. I don't like citrus, but I'm choosing the orange anyway. I don't know why, but it made sense to me. I thought it was going to lead me to a son. You know, that's what I thought my wish fulfillment was. Yay, oh joy. Come to find out, it's not as joyous, and it's not as warm, as fulfilling as you had thought. And that's called human experience. You won't know until you're further along into it. Very rarely do we throw the dart at the phone book and land on the thing we intended to call. That's like a 1 in a billion shot. Sometimes you got to throw that dart at the phone book a couple of thousand times before it actually lands on something that is correct for you. Okay? But that 1 in a billion shot is exactly that. It's 1 in a billion. And so now, for some reason, you have the apple before you. You know it's there. And you're like, no, that's a bad apple. Really? Because it looks like you would thrive under that apple. It seems to would make you happier for a start. But the fear is talking to you. It's like, no, don't make changes, Virgo. Don't make changes. It will fuck you up. An apple. It's not that the orange is wrong or the apple is wrong. It's just which one is right for you. Which one provides you sustenance? Which one provides you nutrition? Which one gives you prosperity and a place to go and grow and make the best use of yourself and your time and your energy whilst you are on this planet? You know? Because you're saying to think it's about personal fulfillment. The thing is, the radical change of tower, in order for you to accept that option, you'd have to really be open towards it as an option at all and stop saying it's not an option. Yes, it is. That apple's just as viable as the orange was. And yeah, you can change your mind 10, 15, 20 years later and go back to that apple. Okay? Because that's a good looking apple. And it looks like it would do well for you. Okay, so I'm sorry it's so vague. I apologize. That means it's applying to many of you at the same time, or this is going to a place I can't quite see. And I did say, for some of you, yeah, it is a love thing. But whatever it is you choose, stand up for it, own it, and know that it completes you comprehensively, inside and outside. Accept it, say that is my choice, and I know it, and I feel it. I feel it. I don't just know it, I feel it. And then that sense of regret goes away. And you can either be happy with your orange, or maybe even your apple. I hope this helped you. Sorry. Didn't mean to give you a lecture on fruit. I just didn't know how else to put it into functionary words, I suppose. I hope this helps you. I understand if you're upset. Oh no. I tried to narrow it down. I really did. Put in the comments, like I said. Take care. Be well.